All right, so let's get to the shits.
2021.
2021 as a whole for everybody. How was it?
Overall, it was good.
Yeah.
Has ups and downs. A lot more ups than downs, but it was solid though. You know, I feel I had a good year, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mac,
Yeah.
you had something to say. What was you about to say?
I was about to say, yeah, it was a good year too. Like, there's a lot of like bullshit that happened with the still the
That's every
overall
year,
like
though.
yeah, and we still like dealing with like the after effects of like COVID and shit. But I
Yeah.
feel like it wasn't that bad of a year overall.
I ain't gonna lie, the year kind of went by fast. It seemed
Definitely
like,
did.
It definitely did.
Seemed like it went by fast for me. I can't even really I don't really remember like a lot of when people be like, that happened this year. I'm like, yeah. And then it's like, nah, that happened last year. So like, I don't even really, I don't really remember.
Yeah,
Too much.
last year, 2 years ago, feel like this year.
Yeah.
like,
Real
I feel
shit,
like
bro.
it's going
So-
by. Yeah,
I feel like Thanksgiving last week. Honestly.
Bro,
nah,
real
facts
shit,
though.
like,
Like
the
Christmas
summertime.
this Saturday. Like this shit crazy.
Right.
Bro, yeah,
Man,
like
my
December
birthday
just
in
flew
2
by.
months.
My shit next month.
Yeah.
So it's just like
Yeah, time is
it's
flying.
going by
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah, it was a pretty good year. Was it the best year? No, but for the past couple years on how all this bullshit been going on, like I ain't mad at the year. Like started off a little slow. I think I finished pretty strong. So I pat myself on the back on like, you know, how the year been going. You know, we took some losses, you know what I mean? But that's every year. You feel what I'm saying? So but it was a pretty good year. I'm not even mad at 2021 for real.
Yeah,
So,
I think. Did I have? Yeah, it was cool.
yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah.
I'm trying to think like, was it something big that stood out for me this year? Not really.
2021.
Yeah, not really.
Y'all get anything y'all wanted done personally? Or like
Honestly, dog, I don't know. Cause like they was saying, I'm thinking of stuff I had planned for this year. I wanted to do.
yeah.
Time's been like running to each other. I really don't know. I'm thinking about it now.
Yeah, I know. I kept saying this year I was gonna come out with an EP. I ain't touch no music
Yeah.
at all.
Uh,
I ain't even listen to a beat, so I didn't get that done.
Yeah. What's funny is when the end of 2020, I told myself going into next year I wanted to get into like podcasts. So I checked that off. I told myself like if battle rap, you know what I'm saying, come back outside after COVID, I'm gonna try to go to an event with some of the fellas. Got my body where I wanted to be at, eating way healthier than I was over the past couple of years. So
That's great.
like a lot of the things that I was speaking to in the 2020s coming to fruition. I'm about to start like business. I started my fitness page. You know what I mean? So just gonna punch on the gas a little harder next year. But yeah, some
Did we
things.
start the pod this year or was it last year?
That's what I'm saying, bro. I really don't know. That's why you ask me something.
Nah,
It
in
was
fact-
last year, bro.
Was it last
Pretty
year?
sure it was last year. I'm gonna
The
check.
pod been running for like
A year.
8-9 months, right? Or it's been a year?
8-9 must have been a year though, bro. That's what I'm saying.
It's been a year.
I came in February. I'm pretty sure.
We started in January. We started in November.
So y'all
But I
started
don't
this
know.
year?
I really
I
don't
feel like we
remember.
started when it was cold out. Like I don't know.
That's
bro.
what
I
I'm
could check
saying,
the
bro.
first
I
episode.
gotta
really
check the
don't
file.
I
know.
don't know.
Yeah,
That's what
9
we
months
saying,
ago.
y'all. Like we don't even.
So 9 months ago, it's
The
December.
first one was February 27th.
I thought it was last year. I see. That's what I'm talking about. My goals. I
so
don't know.
February 20 this year.
So it was this year. So okay, yeah, for me,
Damn, it was this year.
started the pod. I was sitting on the idea for a while, and I was this is the first thing where like I had something in my head and I didn't sit on it. Like, well, I did sit on it for a while, but usually shit sit forever. Like I just think about it, think about how it could go wrong, think about how it could go good. This one I just was like, all right, fuck it, it's enough. Like it's just time to put it in action.
Yeah.
So
I think this year was the most I ever checked off of my like resolution, like New Year's resolution list. Like this was the year I was just like, yeah, like I ain't get everything done. But if I had like 20 things, I probably knocked off like 11, 12 things.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
same.
actually
Yeah.
I had my dry the board that we used for the topics. That was my dry erase board, and I did have some stuff on there.
For
But
your
yeah,
New
I,
Year's
didn't-
resolution?
I ain't do it. Nah, not just because I don't even really make New Year's resolutions. It's just things I want to accomplish.
Did like daily goals. Yeah.
So I ain't really. I probably finished a couple workout routines like in full. So if they was like, let's say like 10 weeks or something like that, I probably did something like that. But, yeah, nah, I don't think. So next year I'm a, be a
Yeah.
bully on my shit, cause
Yeah. That's
'Cause
another.
I ain't accomplished a lot this year.
Yeah, that's another thing. I tried to like some of the things that's hard to focus on is like just the work and not the results. Like stop chasing it so much and let it come to you. You feel me? Like I think a lot of times that like helped me like just putting in the work and the grind and letting things come into fruition. Like just let the work speak for itself. Cause like every time I was like chasing the results, like waiting for it, it wouldn't come. Cause you know what I mean. I think my mind was just focused on one thing and not. You know what I mean? Just my work in general. So like, that's just like a word of advice for people. Like if you want something, like just continue to put the work in. It's just sometimes it ain't on when you want it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Is it anything that y'all like learned this year?
Yeah, a lot, bro. I learned a lot about personal growth. A lot of business stuff. Like I learned a lot how to start businesses I want to do next year. I learned a lot. Music stuff, podcast stuff, being a lot of fashion stuff. I learned about the roots of fashion and stuff like that. So I'm learning a lot, honestly, dog. So
Yeah.
I feel like I learned a lot, like learning how to balance the shit. Like I'm trying to do like the business, the music shit, and my own personal,
Yeah.
like things that I like, with also like still trying to go to school and
Uh-huh.
like make money, have a regular job.
So time management. You kind
Yeah.
of learn the time management.
That's
Yeah.
been the hardest thing for me.
That's a skill that everybody kind of still be trying to figure out. Time management, because like they tell you got 24 hours in a day, but I mean niggas not waking up at 5 in the morning. Like you know
got
what I'm
about
saying?
8.
Niggas be up till the wee hours at night, and then you getting up like late. So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, that's the funny
It's
thing.
hard.
Like people say, yo, you make time for what you want.
I'm working on that too. Time management.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to that for real. Like people would say, yo, you make time for what you want. Like I want a lot of things, and I literally don't have the time at the time. Like
that
I
is
literally
true.
have to. A lot of shit I got to do before I get what I
And
want.
if you really want to be good at something, you got to put the hours in. You have to cut other stuff out.
And certain fats you gotta cut off. Like you gotta carve up certain shit or like
Make
extra
time
shit out
for
to
it,
make.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta make. And even if you gotta make time for it, it's not gonna be at that time. 9 times out of 10,
Can't be
like
good at everything. And do
yeah,
everything.
like at least not at the time you can't. You feel what I'm saying? But I think
Facts.
this year I learned like patience and just appreciating my loved ones more. You know what I mean? Like just watching all these deaths that's going on in the world. You feel what I'm saying? For the past couple years. You know what I mean? What scared me, I think, is when my mom was getting a little sickly. You know what I mean? Just every day, I just try to focus, like, cause it's with women, you know what I mean? Especially when it come to your mom, when you live a certain lifestyle, especially like on the health side, it's kind of like you want your loved ones to be on board with, you know what I mean? Whether it's eating habits, exercising and stuff like that. My mom she ain't really subscribed to that. Like she was just, you know what I mean? Like it was like a struggle to get her to exercise and eat healthy and stuff like that.
Right.
So just knowing why she was sick and just sleeping in fear, waking up in the fear, is thinking something gonna happen to my mom because she not living right. You know what I mean? That it taught me patience because it's not gonna happen overnight. You know what I mean? She been eating and living this certain lifestyle for 60 odd years or whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm just working with her, but now she in the gym 5 days out of the week. She eating better. You know what I mean? It's on me because I had to start cooking more, not just for me, but for her because, you know what I mean? She know how to cook, but she don't know, like,
what the?
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so just putting all that health is wealth energy, like, into your loved ones, you know what I mean? Because it's important. Like, I think this year taught me, like, you know how people say don't take life for granted, but I think I really upped it up a notch. Like, yeah, like, I'm tapped into that. Like,
Facts.
you know what I mean? Because one day, you know what I'm saying? We all gotta.
Yeah, we all gotta.
We all
go.
we all gonna go 6 feet under.
Yeah,
us,
that's a
you know what I
fact.
mean?
That's
So like even with the podcast, like we might as well just
Do it now.
just take advantage of everything we could do,
That's a big
like our
lesson
skills,
to learn.
whatever. We don't got much time on this earth.
Yeah, I think the two things that I took away from this year is run your race and taking time for yourself is not like a bad thing because like I'm a dad. It's not too many men in my family, so I'm the youngest, but I'm like, so you got my dad, my older cousin. I got like 2 older cousins and 2 older male cousins, but one live in the South. Then I got an uncle that we don't really fuck with, dude. And he in the South. So my dad like checked out, like you feel me. He on his Black African power shit. If y'all ain't with it, this where we at. Me, so then it's really like me. kinda. Like I kinda took on the role, like fuck it, I'm the next one up. So like a lot of problems, I dive like head first in.
Yeah.
Lately I just been like, it's whatever. Like y'all bugging out,
It's
out.
on y'all, yeah.
Like whoever it is, like my grandma, cause you know when it's like the older people in your family, you feel like you gotta check in on them all the
Yeah.
time and all this shit. And I just ain't really been on that. Like I've been on like I gotta take care of me, cause if I don't take care of me, then I can't take care of my son. And that's kind of more important than everybody at this point.
Yeah, your
Like,
child, yeah.
my
facts.
mom, my dad, like you know what I'm saying. So it'd be like weeks I don't talk to people.
Yeah.
Then when I come around, it's like, oh, you don't ever talk to nobody. But I'm like, hey, I'm trying to figure this shit out. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
You feel
I'm on
me?
the same
And I
same
gotta
time.
take care of myself. Like
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even been like I'm infamous party dude. Like I ain't in the last couple
Yeah.
years,
You've been falling back.
I ain't even been to parties. Like
Yeah.
yesterday the job had a party. I bailed on that because I'm like, I don't even like what I'm gonna do. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just being there standing around for real. I don't really got the passion to dance up on nobody no more.
Yeah.
Like that phase for me is kind of over. So it's just like I've been sitting a lot with myself. I've been sitting with myself and not really doing too much. It's just been a lot of reflecting. So next year I'm definitely going, just flip the switch and actually do. Like this is the only thing where I felt like I did something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as a man, it just feels weird to not be doing shit. Like I go to the gym every day, but I don't really feel like
Yeah.
it's something, but it's more like a hobby now
Yeah.
than it is like, okay, I'm doing something. Like, yeah, it's a benefit to my body at the end of the day, but it's like a hobby.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's like, all right, I go in, do that, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like, this is the only thing where I feel like I accomplished something, you know what I'm saying? So, next year, it's definitely a lot. Shit I want to do, knock this credit down. I mean, probably get a new whip. Definitely move in a better spot, just shit like that. So I could feel like, okay, I'm doing some shit.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's real important for men. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. I know, like, we talk about the women a lot in, like, relationships, but that's a lot of things. That's the thing that a lot of women our age don't get. Like, from a kid growing up, like, it's already pressure on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
As a
saying?
black man on
To
that.
be a man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not just with emotional stuff.
Mhm.
It's more so like,
Responsibility.
yeah, for yourself. Like
Yeah.
as a man, around this age, you supposed to.
Yeah.
Around this age, you supposed to. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
that's why I also said like, running my race. Like I look around, I see niggas get into it, and it's like, all right, that's
Yeah.
what's up.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm gonna get to it, in the next 5 years or
Yeah.
10. Like I ain't really stressing it because I know at the end of the day, I ain't really gonna be no bum.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I might not have a mansion right now, or I might not have all the bread in
Yeah.
my pocket right now, but it's gonna come.
Yeah.
That's what I really feel.
'Cause some people never get it. So
Yeah, some people never get. I'm straight. Like if I always tell people, like if I was like the mailman, I could pay for my son's college or whatever, I'll be cool.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
at the end of the day, like this is a dream of mine. Like actually making a full like musical project is a dream. I have to do it.
Yeah.
Just even if I just do it once and I'll never touch it again.
Yeah.
Like that's a dream of mine. But like for real, now I ain't even really trying to push my dreams like that. Like
Yeah.
I want whatever my son want to do, we just gonna be full throttle with that. Like he come out the blue, on some funny shit. I want to do ballet. Okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Now
Yeah.
we full throttle with that shit.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? I had like I'm not old, but it's like you know what I'm saying. I got somebody else to take care of. Now.
yeah.
So it's like I had dreams of getting in shape and maybe going overseas to play ball, but it's like realistically, like I got a little one to take care of. I can't go overseas right now. Like you know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff, I just like, man, fuck it.
Yeah.
Let that shit go.
Yeah.
And just be more realistic. So, yeah, I learned running my race and just taking time for myself. And I think especially black men, but every man should just, you know what I'm saying, find that time for yourself.
Yeah.
There's going to be people that's going to say you not coming around enough or
You weird. You acting
yeah,
fake.
you being fake and all
Yeah.
that. And the ones who understand, those is the ones who you keep around. Like the people who saying that shit and don't really get it, they don't pay them no mind, cause you can't be good for nobody if you're not really good for yourself. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's what I learned from the year for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all circle gotta make sense, man. Y'all gotta surround yourself around like winners, like, or people who want to win. You know what I mean, or want to see you win at least. You know what I mean. But when they so focused on, damn, you don't, it become dependent. You know what I mean? Like, they make it about them. Like, yo, when you gonna make time for me, or you too busy for me? I was like, maybe you ain't busy enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, if I'm too busy, then maybe we shouldn't be friends if you're talking like that. You know what I mean? So if I ain't around people who ain't uplifting or hungry for something that's going to benefit them in their life or benefit their family or like your little one or whatever the case may be, it's like, that's when the separation is going to show. You know what I mean? We're going to have to segregate or something, because it's not. It's
I
something.
keep my same friends. I kept the same friends. Like, he been around since, who knows? Ant been around since I was 14. My cousin Jameer, I mean, he locked up right now, but I kept my same, because I don't like, they always say, like what you were saying, like, you know, separate. If you don't see nobody doing nothing. And for a while, I was looking around like the gang not doing shit. Like, what's up with everybody? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just from afar, like, now I could have been totally wrong, but it just the optic looked like we not doing shit.
Right.
So with me, like, I always been, because like, even on my report cards and shit like that, oh, Kyrie's a natural born leader, but he don't want to be, like, I never wanted to be the one to, like, y'all follow me type shit. It's just like, yo, let's just do this shit together.
Yeah,
like, you feel me?
yeah.
So that was why I kind of created this. So at the end of the day, niggas could be like, at least I'm doing this type shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely the nigga that's like, I'm taking the gang with me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I never wanted to be the person to just separate from, like, now, if you was wilding, you know what I'm saying? You out here knocking niggas off. You doing, you might got to go to the left.
Yeah.
But, like, if you just in the crib making beats or whatever you doing with your time, and I'm just like, that's not enough for me to be like, you might be stagnant or you might not be. Just to my, you know, eye test. You might be stagnant, but it's like, you still doing good shit. So it's just, now we just got to come to the round table. Yo, what could we all do?
Yeah, make it make sense. Put it together.
To you know, excel. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm all about, like, I grew up before I turned, like, when I was 7 is when I had my first sibling. So I grew up in the crib by myself for the most part. And I always longed for the brotherhood type shit. I got it playing sports, but that shit kind of fade off after a while. Like, you know what I'm saying? If y'all don't stay in the same area, it fades. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, you know what I'm saying? When I get me a solid crew, we just going just do whatever together. Like, so I'm big on that. I'm big on, me and Jai, as you know, we had got into it because I'm just like, yo, I feel like niggas is not doing nothing.
Elevating,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it wasn't like an attack.
It was out of love.
Yeah, it was just like, yo, I really want to see everybody, even if I'm the last one to excel out the click.
Yeah.
Me? I just want everybody to be, when I look up, niggas like, they living comfy. Like,
Right.
You feel me? They don't have to want for nothing. They, you know what I'm saying? And that was the other vision with this too. Like, yo, at the end of the day, niggas may not want to do this, but what if it's just another avenue for you to get bread?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
and that's a fact. Like, if you
I'm big on that.
if you around people who are allowing you to be comfortable, or like they can't have conversations, or, you know, behind the scenes it wasn't on camera, like the talk that Ja and Ree had, you know what I mean? It might have been a little intense, but I can feel the love. Like, you could tell that they brothers and stuff. So if you can't have that talk with somebody like that's in your circle, maybe they're cancer. You know what I mean? Like, it's people around you that don't want to see you win, that smile dead in your face. You know what I mean? So y'all just got to be careful. Like, y'all got to hold it down, stay 10 toes. Like, it's really weird and wacky out here. Like, people were dead fake be happy for you and clap for you or said they was always there for you. But, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people that come to us like, yo, podcast, da-da-da. We be on their story. They don't share our shit.
Yeah.
They don't support us and all that. No shade. You know what I mean? We get it. Like, y'all see us and y'all smiling off like, yeah, let's be in the podcast. Not saying y'all ain't cool, but the support ain't really there. You know what I mean? So, not saying we is or we ain't, but say we do get lit or we uplift this off the ground, I can see a lot of y'all supporting us because other people know us now. It's cool to like the likables. You feel what I'm saying? But we ain't known, we ain't lit, we ain't popular. So it's okay to sit back and say, oh, that's cool. Let me double tap. Like, that's the support, right? I like shit. Like, it's little shit like that. It's just like, damn, bro. Like, if it was yours, I'll repost yours. I'll support your shit. But I guess we ain't on the same type of time. So, you know what I mean? And we ain't forcing it. You know what I mean? We ain't asking. We ain't gonna be like, yo, it's weird to ask for y'all support. Like, just support. You know what I mean? It ain't, y'all don't gotta come out y'all pocket to do that. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. You know what I mean? Y'all just gotta be around people who down for y'all. That's all. Like, you know what I'm saying? And focus on the goal too. Like, stick to your grind. Like, people quit after 5 years. People quit after a decade. You know what I'm saying? That 11th year, that 6th year, that 20th year, like, that's probably when you take off. But if you really love something, you ain't gonna stop going for it. You gonna keep going for it until it's there. You know what I mean? But
Right.
Yeah.
go ahead,
I
gang.
was just gonna say because even the grind is enjoyable if you. Really
Oh, you gotta
what
love the
you're doing.
grind. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Yeah,
love the
nah,
grind.
for real. Like, even with this, like, even all the, I ain't fucking with that. I might not say it, like, but I like this shit. Like, all right. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that shows me that, okay, people starting to be like, amongst us, like, all right, nah, I see what this nigga
And then
trying
when you
to
look
do.
back on it, you
I
like,
see.
damn.
Even
Yeah.
if, that's what I say all the time. Even if this shit don't pop, it ain't too many people in the town that can say we had a podcast.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Like,
right.
That's something to just
And then
say.
you
Like,
did it
you know
for
what I'm
3
saying?
years or
Yeah,
4
you
years.
know what I'm
It's
saying?
a good run.
Right.
So, no, go ahead. Yeah.
So I was gonna say like people like to support because like yo starting a brand right as y'all know like because y'all going through similar things like all right on the road up, you know what I mean. What I notice about friends because there's a lot, you know what I'm saying. I ain't even gonna go back to the conversation about friends, but like that's the support thing. Like I was trying to say the other day, like a like and a share is kind of like the least you could do. You feel me? Like and not to sound unappreciative, you know what I'm saying? For those who are a little more, you know what I'm saying, understandable, like hear what I'm saying. A like and a share is something that
that's bare
like
minimum.
that's bare minimum. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The only problem that I have with people is when they say, like when they act like, oh, that's the support you needed. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
that's like, yes, that support is appreciated. Yes, every like it's all appreciated. You know what I'm saying? But you can't have the bravado like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the support. It's not a lot of people who support on the level that you're looking for, and there's probably not going to be like that until
you blow.
get somewhere because people support progress.
Yeah.
And once I started noticing that, I stopped taking a lot of other things personal. You know what I mean? Because usually, like when I had my friends didn't share my shit, or you know what I mean, like family, I'm trying to put together a street team. I'm like, yo, like why, like what's up, bro? Y'all not pushing it.
Yeah.
Y'all not pushing the line. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like the support come from strangers.
Right.
It come from the people out of town. Philly was always the first people to support everything. I don't know if it's the algorithm, bro. I don't know what's up, but Philly support. You know what I mean? Like they don't know. I don't know none of them. You know what I'm saying? But it get there. It get to New York. It's people. Cali. It's people. It's like the outsider peoples that find you are going to be the ones that support you. You gonna build your tribe out. And then it comes in. You know what I'm saying? It's usually the exact opposite of what we think it is. Like sometimes you'll have a an effect to where you think like you're pushing for this and it's having an opposite effect of what you want. You know what I'm saying? It's like I want like the conversations which you said that you have with your man. It's like we pushing. I'm telling you, like, all right, bro, we not doing enough. We looking kind of weak out here as this gang. Cause I hit that moment too. You know what I'm saying? We was playing the game all day, sitting in the room smoking, and I'm just sitting like I started getting disgusted with that shit. Like, yo, what are we doing? Like, even though I'm still sitting in here with y'all, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, what niggas doing? Like, bro, you do this, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like you get the adverse effect of it, where it's like, yo, people start taking it personal, but the ones who gonna elevate and grow, because people grow at different rates. But the people who gonna elevate and grow with you, they gonna understand what that conversation meant, even if they don't accept it well at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give it some time. Like you plant that seed, it started growing, start germinating.
Usually you don't understand it right then and there. Like it's like later down the line you look back like, damn, I needed that.
It's a process, bro.
Yeah, it's always a process.
That's why I don't ever be feeling sorry for like when I go off or something like that. Because it's really a message in it. Like I may be like, all right, some of the things I said was probably a little harsh, but
Yeah.
like at the end of the day, I'm not sorry for what I said to you.
Yeah.
Because like not to get all deep and shit, but maybe that message wasn't even from me. Maybe it was just sent through me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what
Damn,
I'm
that's
saying?
deep.
So
That's
like
deep. That's deep.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't never really feel like, unless I wild out, and which
Yeah.
I normally don't do, like,
Yeah.
because I only wild out if I got beef, and I don't have beef with nobody like
Mm.
that. So, you know what I'm saying? If it's a friend or whatever, if I come at them a certain way, and I invite the same energy, because, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
You-
who you are, bro.
You got to be around people, like you were saying, you got to be around people that if you go to war, you don't want to be the only one with the gun. Like,
Right,
the nigga
right.
got the bat and he got a sword. Like, nah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want everybody to be fully equipped
Yeah, for
for
sure.
the shit. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
So
Yeah.
that's just how I look at it. So it was funny that you said that game shit, because I remember my dad told me one day, he was like, yo, you going to another nigga house to play the game? I was like, he's like, I got the same game, right? I'm like, yeah. Like, and he like, don't check out online now too? I'm like, yeah. So if you, I don't know if you remember around that time when niggas used to go to, we got to go to Suns. I'm like, yo, we got the same game. I'll holler at y'all. Like,
That's
hit
why
me
I
up
see-
online.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can play like that. But I'm not about to come to your crib unless we ain't trying to plot for no joints to come through. Or
That's me
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now, bro.
yeah.
I ain't
I'm
doing
not
that,
doing
bro.
shit,
I'm not.
bro.
I ain't.
Yeah.
So to wrap up that 2021 for everybody, any more closing remarks on it?
Go harder next year.
Yeah,
Double
for sure.
it up.
2022.
Yeah, nah.
What's
Sure.
going on? Yeah, I give it 7, 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? For me,
Okay.
I ain't mad at that. I'm really not.
All right.
So we shooting for the stars next year.